Good afternoon and welcome to Canberra, Australia. It's Simulation Rugby League Nines action from GIO Stadium, the first of its kind, and we are excited to be here live on SRL TV, bringing you this pre-season action. Starting off day one here on Monday afternoon, it's the Seagulls taking on our hosts, the Canberra Raiders, as we see the Seagulls' new captain, Kane Chapman-Kenny, leading out the side. Meanwhile, Mark Iron from the Raiders coming out onto this park for what is an exciting time of the year. It's pre-season action here in the SRL. Starting off with some Nines action. We have been waiting weeks on end and we are about to get underway as Hayden Yates has the ball on the tee. The players are ready, the fans are ready, and your SRL Commissioner Logan Strange is ready as well as Hayden Yates sends the ball deep down into Seagulls territory, and it's Matthew Harris to bring it back for the first tackle of the game. So all the hype is over. And it's time for action as Season 2 is unofficially underway, but the Nines is where it's at as Crimp goes through the middle. Michael Crimp, early meters, and Crimp's going to go in for a try for the Seagulls. Just like that, less than a minute gone, and the Seagulls strike. Rumours swirling about Michael Crimp and where he's going to be playing at Season 2. And you'd have to say the Seagulls will be signing him up snap fast as he showed a lot of speed getting through the Raiders' defence that one. So the Manly Seagulls take the early lead here at GIO Stadium, 6 points to 0 as Kyle Lewis gets the game back underway. We're going to quickly go through these two sides. First of all, the Raiders, Mark Iron at fullback's the captain. Tyler Weston and Joseph Black on the wings. Jack O'Neill and Hayden Yates in the halves. Experienced halves pack for the Raiders this season. Samuel Robinson stays the pace. Samuel Lillard and Tarangaho Fe'u will be the forwards this week for the Raiders as the Seagulls get another opportunity early in the first half as the Raiders handed over possession. There's an unforced error as Crutcher decides to come near side punch. Daniel Punch looks to barge his way through, but he's taken down in a good tackle. That was Mark Iron. Crutcher goes right this time to Such. Inside ball to Lewis. Kyle Lewis looking to go over for his first try in the SRL. No way through. Crutcher decides to go left again, and Such puts it high. Comes down, and Joseph Black's under it. Diffuses the high ball. It wasn't a large kick by Such, but high enough for the Manly chasers to
here's tackle one. He's held there.
Get up there, but Joseph Black took it down. So we'll go through the Seagulls side. Sam Herbin at the fullback is Akarangi and takes the intercept, and Akarangi goes in under the posts against the run of play. And the Seagulls strike for their second of the afternoon. A bonus point at that. Coming out of the blocks early is Manly. Under 3 minutes and it's 13 points to 0. As Lewis again gets this game back underway. And the Raiders will be just looking for some sort of territorial gain, getting to the end of their set and getting a good kick away. We spoke about their halves experience with Jack O'Neill and Hayden Yates, but so far they haven't been able to get to the end of their set as they stay this near side, as O'Neill has to reach down and just manages to hold on to that pass from Iron. The pace goes back to Yates, and this time they do get to the end of their set, but they've been forced back deep into their territory as Chapman Kenny makes a good break down the right-hand side.
He's held there. Move it.
And the Seagulls with another great opportunity, only 20 metres out. Flat ball to Harris. Harris goes through the middle, evades the first tackle, taken by Iron, but they're only a metre out here as Crutcher goes left, finds Daniel Punch. He wrestles with Iron, and Punch looks to have gone in for a try. Another bonus point, one of that, and the Seagulls go 18 points to 0 ahead. So scenes here at GIO Stadium, the crowd, well, they're stunned. As Lewis makes no mistake. Not even a quarter of the way through this game, when it's 20 points to 0. So it's Tyler Weston who brings it back for the Raiders, and he's met a good tackle by Albiak Arangi just outside the Raiders 20. They go flat to Robinson. That's a good run by Robinson.
Hands away. He's held there.
So we'll get through this Manly side. Like I mentioned, Sam Herban at fullback. Michael Crimp, who scored the first tries on the wing, along with the captain Kane Chapman Kenny. It's the rookie combination in the halves of Kyle Lewis and Isaac Such. And then your forward pack is Matthew Harris, Ash Crutcher, Daniel Punch, and Albi Akarangi. As the Raiders send the ball down to Sam Herban at the end of their set, and Herban brings it back just outside the Manly 20.
He's held there. 2 hands away. Raiders
just looking to settle things down and looking for a mistake from the Seagulls. It's a good offload from number 6. That was Matthew Harris to Isaac Such, and Such makes an extra couple of metres. They go to Crimp. Crimp puts Akarangi in a bit of a hole. Up over the Raiders 20 goes Akarangi. Final tackle for Manly. They've got options left and right. A centre field. Crutcher goes back to Chapman Kenny. He puts it high. It's a good kick by Chapman Kenny, but it's been taken down by the Raiders winger, Tyler Weston, and they restart from the 20. So a frantic start to this game 1 pre-season SRL Nines action. An exciting 3 nights ahead we have. 6 games tonight, starting off with this Raiders Seagulls, followed by the Broncos and the Warriors. Game 3 is the Rabbitohs and the Panthers, followed by Cowboys versus the Eels. And then the final 2 games this evening will be the Seagulls and the Broncos, and the Warriors taking on the hosts, the Canberra Raiders.
He's held there. That's 1.
As things seem to have settled down a little bit in the Raiders, getting to the end of their sets, but they're still yet to register any points as Herban runs a good line and makes some good metres up through the middle. And this time it's Isaac Such, the rookie, making a good 20 or 30 yards on this near touchline for the Seagulls, setting up for possibly some more points as Lewis decides to just take it straight forward, and he's taken down a good tackle by Robinson. So it's final tackle. Crutcher goes back to Such this time. Another good kick by the rookie, but it's a little bit too far. And Mark Iron brings it back, and they'll restart from the 20 again.
Let him up. 1. Release.
So a minute and a half remaining in this first half.
He's held there. That's your second.
As games will be run through pretty quickly, only 9-minute halves,
3.
obviously. And we are back to back to back tonight and tomorrow night as we look to crown one of these 8 teams the first SRL Nines champions, as Chapman Kenny looks to bring it back for the Seagulls, and it's a good run by the skipper.
Right, here's tackle 1.
just short of the halfway line as they go to Akarangi, who pumps the legs, looks to get the offload away but can't find any support runners. But just into the Raiders half, the Seagulls tackle 2. They spread it wide to Such, and Such finds Punch and he puts him in a goal. He gets the arms free and finds Crimp. Taken down, a good tackle by Jack O'Neill. But the Seagulls looking dangerous here as Harris goes through the middle, throws the offload out the side to Isaac Such, and the rookie looks to go over, but he's been rolled onto his back at the last minute. So Manly have come out of the blocks early, and they are looking dangerous as Chapman Kenny puts a good little grubber kick in, but it's been picked up by Samuel Lillard, and the Raiders escape jail that time and look to survive as the siren for half time is about to sound. And the Seagulls will head into the sheds with a healthy 20 points to 0 lead in this opening SRL Nines fixture. Back live at GIO Stadium, you are watching the Simulation Rugby League Pre-Season Nines live on SRL TV. Game 1, Monday afternoon action. The Seagulls leading in half-time, 20 points to 0, as Kyle Lewis restarts the second half. And it's Sam Robinson who brings it back, and he's hitting some heavy tackles, and the referee has called one of them high, and the Raiders will get an early penalty and some extra metres up this left-hand touchline. So Stace the pace restarts with the tap, and Samuel Lillard takes it up for the first hit up. They stay near side through Robinson into Weston. The Raiders, a brand new franchise in the SRL this season, as Robinson spots a gap and takes it, but it closes with Chapman, Kenny and Crutcher grabbing onto him, and Fe'u goes short. Tanangaho Fe'u, he looks to have got over, but he's been rolled onto his back as well, and the Raiders denied a second try. Good defence by the Seagulls, and they'll go back to O'Neill on the final tackle. He puts it high, coming down and be flicked back to Mark Iron, but Albi Akarangi's pounced on him, and it'll be a handover. So they come near side all of a sudden. A quick restart from the Seagulls, not wanting to slow the game down at all. They're wanting to keep the intensity up here.
2 on the keep going.
The Raiders, as I mentioned earlier, brand new into the SRL this season, hoping to get off to the best possible start, but hasn't been the case so far. They're trailing 20 points to 0 and could possibly be their first opportunity as they get another penalty. And Hayden Yates has decided to go for the 2 here. Makes no mistake, they're still 18 points behind. Little under 7 minutes remaining in this opening fixture. It'll be Sam Herbin to bring it back for the Seagulls, and they'll have to wrap him up quick smart, as we know the history of Sam Herbin coming out of retirement for season 2 after leaving the SRL after only the first few games of season 1. And his transfer to the Seagulls from the Storm has been much hyped. And the talk in town is that Sam Herbin and Corey Bell have been training together, looking to form a lethal combination out in Manly as they look to punch this one down to the fullback Mark Iron, who takes it safely, but he's been forced back into the end goal. Good defence from Manly, and they'll force a restart. So Yates sends it down. It's a big kick up over the halfway line, and Akarangi brings it back. A good run by Albi Akarangi. Shrugs off the first tackle.
He's held there. Get up.
Taken down by Robinson in the second. Such slings it wide to Punch. Daniel Punch through the hole. Covered well by Iron.
Let him go.
But they're only 5 metres out here, the Seagulls. Crutcher goes left side. They find Matthew Harris in a gaping hole. And the vice skipper goes over for Manly's fourth try. Numbers to burn out wide, and it was a 3-on-2 overlap. Lewis makes no mistake, it's 26 points to 2. A large Raiders contingent in the stadium, still extremely vocal, but they will be disappointed with this opening start. Not the way they would have hoped to see their new team start their SRL campaign, but let's just keep in mind there are 3 games for each team in the round robin play, and so there's a long way to go as Yates decides to change the point of attack, but they've thrown it away here. Crutches come away with it. Robinson got to him, but this is danger signs for the Raiders. Starting to look a little bit tired as this Manly outfit look ready and primed for the season ahead. There's Crutcher in the final tackle. Sorry, it's tackle 3. They go to Such, who wasn't expecting that one. But they're 19 metres out here, the Seagulls, sort of 15 metres from the centre of the field, as Lewis puts it high. Again, it's a little bit too deep, and Mark Iron takes it down, no problems, and he's hitting a big tackle, and referee looked to raise his whistle to his mouth, but he decided to play on as Sam Lillard makes a good charge. Up on this near touchline, they stay short side. Robinson out to Weston. Shimmies out the first tackle, but he's taken down halfway by Sam Herban. Lillard to Robinson. Good run by Samuel Robinson. Traded just last week from the Broncos. He'll be looking to make an impact as soon as possible as Herban looks to return this one. It's a bit of a foot race. Sam Herban versus Mark Iron. Who's got the speed? Iron looks to be covering him well. And he does. Takes him down just 28 metres out from the Raiders line. They bring it centre field. They find Harris in a hole again. He finds Such on the inside, who's been forced backwards by Fe'u. Good defence by the veteran. They come right side through Crimp to Herban. Counting down less than 2.5 minutes remaining. The Seagulls, 8 metres out from the Raiders line. They go to Daniel Punch, and Punch goes over just to the left of the uprights. The Seagulls go over again. What a start to the Seagulls campaign. Lewis makes it 5 from 5. And the Raiders will be looking to regroup as they will take on the Warriors later on tonight. We'll see the Seagulls back as well. They'll take on the Broncos game 5. But they will be happy with their opening fixture showing 32 points to 2. As Joseph Black goes through a good hole, breaks off a couple of tackles. Raiders looking to end things on a positive note as they sling it wide From O'Neill out to Hayden Yates. Now they're inside the Seagulls 10 here. Final tackle, looking to put it high. Off the boot of O'Neill. It's a good kick by O'Neill, but the chasers weren't really there. It's been slapped back to Mark Iron. But he's been held up. And it's again good defence from the Seagulls.
He's held there. One. Release.
What we've seen tonight from the Seagulls outfit, I'm sure will be duly noted by all teams in the SRL, this defensive effort so far. What a start to their campaign as Herman takes it up. We're at about 30 seconds away from the full-time siren. As Crimp finds himself in a hole, and Michael Crimp goes over in the far touchline. His second try of the afternoon. And the Seagulls end things on a high. Lewis makes it 6 from 6, the rookie. What a start to his SRL career. And the Seagulls, the siren sounds. Hayden Yates brings it back, but Akarangi's got him. And that'll be the end of this opening fixture. Bit of a lopsided affair. The Seagulls take it 38 points to 2. Next up, we've got the Rabbitohs taking on the the Broncos taking on the Warriors. We hope you enjoyed this opening fixture. And stay tuned for further action coming up very shortly.
What are you doing this weekend? I'm putting up a retaining wall. Doing it yourself? No, I'm going to get some broken. Oh, come on, mate, do it yourself. She's a pretty big job. You'll be right. You reckon? We can knock it over in half a day. Yeah, get a couple of mates around. Hey, Jonesy! Huh? Give us a hammer for job Saturday. Mate, you're dreaming. Aussies. No surprises there.
DIY. It's in our DNA.
Game 2 action here from GIO Stadium. Pre-season SRL Nines action live on SRL TV. It's the Broncos taking on the Warriors as Chance Bunce leads the Warriors out onto the field. David Barner to Tyler Maxwell. Some exciting players in this Warriors lineup. As is the Broncos as Pete Veretto takes his side out onto the park. And we get ready for this Game 2 action. What a dramatic opening game we had, with the Manly Seagulls taking out the Raiders 38 points to 2. And it looks like we are in for an action-packed 3 nights as Chance Bunce gets Game 2 underway. And it's Jordan Ford coming up against his old club for the first tackle of the game. And will we run through these two teams in a moment. But Jordan Ford, one of the players who transferred over the off-season, as Connor Sanderson, another one of them, has been forced into touch for his first touch as a Broncos player. And he's made an unforced error. It's to Taita Maxwell. So it's Damien Moana, puts Sanderson into touch, and the Warriors will restart from halfway.
One, release.
So we'll quickly go through these two lineups. For the Warriors, Jackson Cutler at fullback, Jay Ems and Damien Moana on the wing. So it's 3 rookies at the back for the Warriors. Chance Bunce, the captains, in the halves, alongside Taita Maxwell. As we see Damien Moana go through the middle, and it looks like he's got it down. I'm not sure, the referee's called a knock on, so a missed opportunity there for Damien Moana in his first game in the SRL. Looks like Pete Veretto came up with a try saver. But just finishing off this Warriors lineup, Joshua Sularuka, Patrick Corcoran, David Barner and Daniel Ingo are your Warriors forwards. Meanwhile, the Broncos, Pete Veretto's the skipper, Connor Sanderson and Cooper Gronk on the wings, Levi Raymond and Justin Plays are in the halves, and your forwards are Jackson Ellison, Samuel Etchison, Jordan Ford and David Hastings. So 2 teams with a list of new players here tonight, most notably the Warriors, who have got 5 new recruits on show here at the moment, as one of them, Taita Maxwell, goes through the middle and makes a good 30 or 40 yards. Eventually taken down by Pete Veretto, and they come near side and then back inside to Sularuka. So Joshua Sularuka sets it up midfield. Corcoran finds Barner, and he does a flat ball up into some heavy traffic, met by David Hastings and a big tackle. Barner's slow to his feet. Corcoran decides to go back to Maxwell on the final and puts it high. Good kick by Maxwell, but it's taken down by Sanderson. Sanderson out towards us near touchline, breaks the tackle of Bunce, but eventually taken down by Jackson Cutler. So 2 superstar teams, you'd have to say, on show at the moment. The Warriors
2 hands away.
obviously finishing runners-up in Season 1 of the SRL Premiership. And the Broncos were the minor premiers after regular season. So 2 teams with a lot to play for in Season 2, as Justin Plays looks to throw a dummy and go himself, and eventually finds David Hastings, who is about 3 or 4 metres to the right of the uprights, 20 metres out. Final tackle for the Broncos. Raymond puts it high. Good kick by Levi Raymond, but no real depth to it, and Jordan Ford is taken down on the Warriors 20. So 2 games tonight for both teams. A busy workload ahead as we prepare for this SRL Premiership Season 2. It's Jackson Cutler who cuts his way through up to the halfway line as they go flat to Bunce. He finds Sularuka up over the Broncos 40. Good run by the young rookie prop row, second rower. That's Chance Bunce takes it forward. Not a great run. In fact, it's the final disappointing end to the set for the Warriors. A little bit of confusion possibly there. The crowd is extremely vocal at the moment. Possibly some communication issues out in the middle of the park as Cooper Gronk finds some footwork along the far side as Pete Veretto tries to chime in himself. Up over the Warriors 30 here, the Broncos. They go flat to Jackson Ellison. Ellison spots a goal. He takes it, and Jackson Ellison goes in for the first Broncos try of the afternoon. Breaks out of 2 or 3 Warriors tackles. It was Cutler first of all. Corcoran had nothing, and Ellison just to the left of the uprights. Raymond will make no mistakes, right out in front, and the Broncos take an early 6-point lead. back underway off the boot of Levi Raymond.
That's one.
And it's Jackson
Two.
Cutler,
He's held there.
this rookie fullback, who will bring it back. And Tatana Maxwell, good run from the halfback.
Let him go. Let him go.
Into the Broncos half early for the Warriors. JM's on the far side. Gets a good ball from David Barner.
He's held there.
Making some good meters here, the Warriors. Inside to Suliruka. He takes it forward. Hard to take down the big man.
Hold the 10.
Final tackle as they go back to Maxwell. Puts it high, but it's a little bit too deep, and Veredo comes down with it.
Release.
But they're up early, the Warriors chasers, and they chop him down inside the Broncos 10.
That's his second. He's held there.
So it's this try scorer, Jackson Ellison, to play the ball. And they go to their veteran
Held.
half.
Hands away.
That's Levi Raymond.
That's tackle
Sanderson
hands
met in a
off.
good tackle by Bunce. Assisted by Ingo. Good tackle by Daniel Ingo on Connor Sanderson. Obviously, we all know the dangers that Connor Sanderson possesses.
One. Release.
It's pretty fair to say he didn't have the greatest of seasons after his pre-season heroics
He's held there. Two.
in season 1. You'd have to say it was one of the great pickups in the off-season by the Broncos.
Three. Held.
The transfer of Connor Sanderson. And it'll be interesting to see where he plays, or where he fits into this Broncos outfit
Get back. Look at me.
come the Premiership as the Warriors' final tackle. Bunce plays the ball inside the Broncos 10. It's Maxwell who puts it high. It's a good kick by Maxwell, taken down by Moana. But he's been wrapped up early. And it's a handover, and the Broncos will restart from inside their own 10. As Ellison shrugs off Jackson Cutler.
One. Release.
It's a good run by the Kangaroo skipper.
Held. Clear him. Two. Hands away.
Just outside their own 40 here, the Broncos, as Gronk takes it up over the halfway line. Met in a good tackle by Cutler. The two rookies
Get up.
come together. The Broncos looking dangerous here as they go flat, and they find Hastings. He in turn gets the offload to Jordan Ford.
Held. Four.
So the Broncos looking to strike again. They're a little bit too far out to put up an attacking bomb, and it looks like Justin Plays has tried to drop it onto the foot, but he's been hitting a good tackle at the same time,
Move.
and he's knocked it on, and
Up now.
the Warriors will look to make their way out of this,
Two. On the kick.
their own half.
Held.
It's good defence so far by the Broncos. Tackle 2, tackle 3, and they're yet to get out of their own 40.
Back to 10.
Though Corcoran decides to go out wide to Maxwell, but again, hard defence. That's Cooper Gronk with Levi Raymond. And they'll be forced to kick deep in their own half. The Warriors, it's Chance Bunce with the duty. And Pete Veredo brings it back well.
He's held there. Move.
So options left and right for the Broncos. The siren sounds for half time as Sanderson goes through the middle. Good run by the winger, but he's been wrapped up in a good tackle. But the Broncos are going to go into the sheds leading 6 points to 0 here at half time. And we will be back. Second half action straight after the break. Welcome back to GIO Stadium. Pre-season SRL Nines action. Game 2 Monday night. It's the Broncos leading the Warriors 6 points to 0 as Levi Raymond gets the second half underway. It's any team's game at the moment.
One. Release. Held.
But the Broncos showed in that first half why they are regarded as Premiership favourites
Move it.
for season 2. But Nines is a totally different ball game, and anything can happen.
Lock in. Held.
As the Warriors look to get through their first set of the second half, and they decide to kick it early. But Veretto was back there waiting for it, and Pete Veretto's gone straight through the middle. Gets away from Cutler, gets away from Jay Eames as well, eventually taken down by Damien Moana. They decide to stay short side,
2 hands away.
the Broncos. It hasn't really paid off as Raymond's hitting a good tackle. They go back centre forward where Jordan Ford sets up, and they go to David Hastings. It's a good run by the Englishman. Up into the Warriors 10. Final tackle for the Broncos. They go to Plays. Plays puts a short little kick up, taken down by Jackson Cutler. And it's a good take by the Warriors rookie.
Held 2. He's held there.
So the Broncos, you'd have to say, are the more experienced team on show
He's held 3.
here at the moment. As mentioned earlier on, the Warriors blooding 5 rookies
He's held there.
in this Nines competition.
Move.
But they do have the experience of David Barner, and you'd have to say that Josh Sularuka, with his real life experience as well, the Warriors going forward will be just as formidable as they were in season 1 as Allison makes another telling break.
Keep going. He's held there.
He's putting his hand up early this afternoon as Jackson Allison. He is in the absolute thick of it as Bunce has come away with the ball here.
Tackle. Hands away.
I think David Hastings tried to get the arms free and find Allison as Bunce was too quick. So the Warriors
He's held there.
inside the Broncos 30 with a good opportunity here to strike back as Tatina Maxwell breaks off a couple, shrugs off another, taken down a couple of metres short. So Corcoran, he's got options left and right. He goes right to Bunce. Bunce struggling towards the line. Bunce has got power, and Chance Bunce looks to have gone over. I'd love to see that one again. Referee's saying he's held up. So Corcoran goes flat to Barner off the restart. Final tackle here for the Warriors. They're about 3 metres out. They go back to Maxwell. He puts it on the toe. Looks to have been touched by a Broncos player. Referee says no, and it's a handover. Warriors players not happy at all. Arms in the air, complaining the Broncos player touched it. I'm sure I saw that from here.
2 hands away.
I mean, I'm 50, 60 metres away, and I thought I saw it.
Back with me.
But the game carries on as the Broncos, through Jordan Ford, make the way out to the 40, and Justin Plays puts a good kick in. Looking for the touchline, and he's got a 40-20. Justin Plays pulls one out of the bag just when they need it, the Broncos. And they're going to set up about 2 or 3 metres out, just to the left of the uprights. They come right side. Pete Veretto slings it out wide to Gronk. He's met hard, and a good tackle by J.M. They'll play the ball. Great pass by Pete Veretto. Levi Raymond's gone over. He's stretched his arm out, and he's put the ball down. So the Broncos score their second try of the afternoon to make it 10 points to 0. Was Patrick Corcoran up against Levi Raymond. With Raymond, too much momentum going forward. As he strikes it well and makes no mistake, it's 12 points to 0. Coming up, 14 minutes been. 4 minutes remaining. And the Warriors staring down the barrel. As Maxwell brings it back in a charging run, met front on by David Hastings. Bunce receives it from dummy half, not expecting it, and then throws it back to Sularuka. A little bit disorganised at the moment, the Warriors. A little bit flustered as Moana goes inside, finds his rookie fullback in Jackson Cutler. But he's covered well and unable to make his way through as the Warriors decide to kick early. Bunce this time looking for the 40-20. Didn't quite get the right angle. And Pete Veretto brings it back. And the Broncos find themselves just outside their own 20 as they sling it near side.
He's held there.
This time back centre field, Ellison again finds himself in some space. They sling it out wide to Sanderson, shrugs off the tackle of Moana. That's Cutler who takes him down. He's been forced towards the sideline. Connor Sanderson doesn't want to step outside the sideline again as they come near side to Ford. The Broncos looking to wrap it up here. Final tackle just outside the Warriors 10. They go back to Justin Plays. That's a good kick by Plays. It's taken down by Sularuka. And the Warriors will survive.
Up now.
So they've got to go the length of the field twice.
Hands away. He's held there.
As Barner sets it up. They go 2 out to Sularuka. He finds a man in the middle. It's Engo. Again wrapped up
3 hands away.
by some solid defence from the Broncos. As Cutler slices through one. Met by Veretto. Gets the offload to Corcoran. So positive signs here for the Warriors, but possibly too little too late. As Moana sends it down to the corner of Cooper Cronk.
Right, here's tackle 1. Held.
So under 2 minutes remaining here in game 2 of this pre-season Nines as Barner comes away with the ball. It's a big hit.
0 tackle.
Put on Levi Raymond, I think it was. So the Warriors looking to strike as soon as possible
1. Release.
if they're going to have any chance as Corcoran. They come near side. They find Barner.
2 hands away.
Couple of metres out. They stay near side. Maxwell. They find Sularuka. Sularuka powering forward. Rolled onto his back just short. Inches out. We got numbers to the left. Ems decides to go himself.
Hands off. He's held there.
And they're on their final tackle here, the Warriors. Corcoran. They go back to Bunce. Bunce puts in the little grubber kick. But it's been picked up by Allison.
Held.
And no troubles there.
Release.
And the Broncos survive again.
That's his second. He's held there.
So they bring it just outside the 30. As Grog swerves around.
Move it.
The tackle of Sularuka taken down just short of the halfway line. 30 seconds remaining here at GIO Stadium, game 2.
Hold the 10.
Coming up after this, it's the Rabbitohs taking on the Panthers. Then it's the Cowboys and the Eels.
Right, here's tackle
But it's been a dominant win here for the Brisbane Broncos. The defence has been the telling story.
2. He's held there.
After a high-scoring game in game 1, this has been a good defensive effort. As Barner's taken down and the Broncos win this one, bank the 2 points. Winning 12 points to 0, and the Warriors will head away and regroup as they look to their game against the Raiders later on tonight. But stay tuned for game 3 coming after this short break. Welcome back to GIO Stadium. You're watching SRL TV, the Simulation Rugby League Pre-Season Nines competition. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night this week, live, action-packed Rugby League as the Panthers and the Rabbitohs, Game 3 are about to get underway. James Thorne and Jai Collins, the respective captains, leading their teams out onto the park as we go back to back to back. Over 2 hours of live action this afternoon and tonight, as Liam Ryan puts the ball on the tee, and we are about to get underway. Two teams who have high hopes in season 2 coming up. As the referee blows the whistle, the clock starts counting, and we are underway here in game 3, and it's Sean Bradford, the new Panthers rookie, who takes up the first tackle of the game. So two teams who have made significant changes in the off-season, both transfers, trades and recruits.
Back with me.
As we'll quickly run through those two teams. Firstly, the Panthers. As we see a forward pass, and the Rabbitohs get early possession in their own, in the early territory as well. So first of all, the Panthers, Joshua Butterfield at fullback, Tyler Amatangi and Juan Parker on the wings, Brodie Kennedy and the skipper James Thorne in the halves, as the Rabbitohs as well throw the ball away, so both sides with early unforced errors. Sean Bradford, Mark Lee, Lachlan Martin and Mason Remy are the forwards for the Panthers. Meanwhile for the Rabbitohs, Luca Moscow at fullback, Thomas Mendonca and Jai Collins on the wings. In the halves, it's Liam Ryan and Jai McCartney. Meanwhile up front, Lennox Prakash, Aaron O'Hare, Vigo Rasmussen, and new recruit or new transfer Jordan Williams, who's come from the Cowboys. So the Rabbitohs in particular will be excited to get this game underway, and they know that they are being tipped as possible season 2 premiers, as their recruits have been, or their scouts have been extremely aggressive over the off-season. And already in the first couple of minutes we've seen some good telling runs as the skipper is taken down this near side. 25 metres out for the Rabbitohs as Moscow goes through the middle, tries to get the offload. I think it was Lennox Prakash on his inside, but he wasn't able to pick it up, and the Panthers come away with it through James Thorne. So inside their own 10 here, the Panthers will be looking to sling it wide and get on the outside of this Rabbitohs attack. The Panthers have got the speed, you'd have to say. The Rabbitohs have probably got the size in this one. But Nines is a different game, as I mentioned earlier on during the Warriors game. Anything can happen. And we'll wait and see how this goes as Mendonca's hitting a massive header tackle. You can see his head just jarred back. And in fact, the referee has called it a penalty, as Ryan finds the touchline, picks up a few extra metres for the Rabbitohs. Restarting just on the Panthers side of halfway, and Thomas Mendonca to take it forward. So still 0-0 here in game 3. 3.5 minutes been as Mendonca goes through the middle, gets the offload. Liam Ryan busts out a one and dances into the bonus zone to score the Rabbitohs' first try. You can see the agility, just dives from a couple of metres out just to get the extra point. And so the Rabbitohs strike early. Ryan converts his own try. And we are 7 points to nil after a little over 4 minutes. The game back underway. And it's Kennedy who brings it back in some lazy Rabbitohs chases allowed Kennedy to get up beyond the 20.
Held. 2 hands away.
So centre field here for the Panthers. Martin plays the ball. They come wide to Almatangi.
Held.
He's met hard in a good tackle with Liam Ryan. And they go back to Mark Lee and decide to kick early. So it's a good kick by Mark Lee. Forces Luka Moscow back inside the Rabbitohs 10 and then taken down a good tackle on the 20. So the Panthers with an opportunity here, looking to force a possible mistake from the Rabbitohs as Rasmussen takes it forward and wrestles with Mason Remy. Through the middle goes Prakash, so good run from the front rower, wrapped up around the legs, taken down a good tackle. That's number 5, James Thorne. They sling it wide to the far side. McCartney troughs back on an angle. Looks to be getting up a little bit gingerly, Jai McCartney, but he punched it down anyway, and Juan Parker will bring it back.
1 release.
Flat pass to Bradford, through the middle, spots a gap. It does close. And that's after he picks up a couple of metres. They go flat again. They go out wide to Martin. Lachlan Martin, hard to take down.
Right, that's a third.
Over the halfway line for the Panthers. Referee calls third.
4.
Remy gets a good ball, but he wasn't expecting it. A little bit flat. He's been forced back. And some good Rabbitohs defence. So final tackle here for the Panthers. They kick it into one of the Rabbitohs players. And it's come down for Liam Ryan. And Liam Ryan evades the first tackle. Goose steps out the other. And Liam Ryan's got too much pace. And he goes in for a second try under the posts. So the new recruit from the Cowboys making his presence felt for the Rabbitohs early. All 14 of the Rabbitohs points so far through Liam Ryan as the Rabbitohs take a 14 points to nil lead. Back live, Game 3 from GIO Stadium. Mason Remy
That's your second.
taking it up for the Panthers. They play the ball. Cut out pass to Almatangi.
Hands away. Held.
He's taken down in a good tackle by Jordan Williams.
He's held there. That's tackle 4. Hands off.
Mark Lee on the near side. Final tackle for the Panthers. Thorne gets this one away. This time it's Moscow at the back who has to retreat. Catches it one-handed, in fact.
Right, here's tackle 1. Held.
And he's taken out just outside the Rabbitohs 20. There's Jordan Williams.
He's held there. 2.
Brings it forward with a bit of pace. Bends the line. And they stay near side through Ryan.
3. Back to 10. Held. Get off him.
So the Rabbitohs play the ball off the head of Lennox Prakash. As play on, says the referee. McCartney picks it up.
Hold the 10.
And the Rabbitohs make an extra couple of 10 to 15 metres. Final tackle here. They go back to Ryan, who punches it across field to the wing of Juan Parker. Moscow's going to come across and cover him, but he does a good job. And he racks up Parker on the 20, but he's given away a penalty. So some much needed relief for the Panthers as they send it down just into the Rabbitohs side of halfway and get the game back underway through Almatangi. Almatangi makes a good run up through the middle. Almatangi got one to beat, but Moscow grabs him. But the Panthers up to the Rabbitohs 10 with options left and right. They go right side. Butterfield, Joshua Butterfield in for the Panthers. The rookie goes in for his first try in the SRL. And the Panthers strike back before half-time. Thorne puts it through the middle for the extra 2. But a much-needed try for the Panthers. As the siren sounds, Moscow will bring it back. And he's been taken down. But the Rabbitohs at half-time heading into the sheds, 14 points to 6. All set for a big second half coming up soon. So second half action about to get underway. Game 3 of this Monday night SRL pre-season action. Pre-season Nines action. As James Thorne gets things underway. And it's Lennox Prakash who brings it back for the first hit up of the second half. So either team or both teams still in this one.
2. He's held there.
8 points is the difference. A reminder, bonus points on offer for scoring underneath the goalposts in the marked area. As they go far side, that's Jordan Williams.
3 hands away.
Taken down on tackle 3. They come back centre field. They find Prakash. He in turn slings it out to McCartney.
He's held there. 4. Get
Wrapped
back,
up by
look at
Brodie
me.
Kennedy in a good tackle. Final tackle for the Rabbitohs. They're about 35 metres out. Ryan's given the kicking duty. Sends it down to the corner of Amatangi. Tyler Amatangi's looked dangerous so far.
Right, he's tackled.
He's
right.
been wrapped up well that time. But I'm looking forward to seeing Tyler Amatangi over the coming days as Parker receives a good ball and finds himself in a big
2
hole
hands away.
with Moscow still tracking across. Panthers
3.
looking to
He's held there.
strike first in the second half as Bradford sets it up centre of the field. Tackle 3 here. It's Amatangi through the middle. Looking to shrug off the tackles. Can't do so. Can't get the hands free either. But final tackle right out in front. 10 metres out. Kennedy puts the kick in, but it's been picked up by Jordan Williams. Not a great kick by Kennedy.
He's held there. Let him up.
Didn't really give his chasers any opportunity as O'Hare goes through the middle and shrugs
2
off a
hands
couple.
away. Held. Move it.
So no time to rest here in this Nines action.
He's held. 3. He's held there.
Length of the field action as Ryan plays the ball on halfway. The skipper out to Moscow.
Held. 4. Hold the 10.
Taken down inside Panthers territory. O'Hare goes back to McCartney. And he'll punch it down. Haven't seen Lennox Prakash put boots to ball yet.
He's held
We
there.
all know his kicking abilities
1. Release.
from season 1 for the Seagulls.
2.
Maybe the Rabbitohs have asked him to put it away for a special occasion as the Panthers make their way into Rabbitohs territory, and
Back
it's
with me.
the man himself, Lennox Prakash, who puts the big shoulder and flattens the Panthers defender as Lachlan Martin takes it forward. Final tackle for the Panthers. It's Kennedy who does a punch it down to Thomas Mendonca. Dangerous signs for a moment there, but Butterfield wrapped him up around the legs, but Mendonca, for a second, I thought he was away.
0 tackle.
Thomas Mendonca and Luka Moscow. In particular, Moscow is a great pickup for the Rabbitohs in the off-season.
Held there.
Scored some great tries for the Storm in season 1.
That's his second. Held.
And I'm guessing he'll probably play on the wing in the regular season for the Rabbitohs as Prakash
3.
finds himself on the end of it.
He's held there. Let him go.
Centre
Let him
field
go.
tackle 3 for the Rabbitohs. They come near sides. Rasmussen takes it forward. Always hard to take down Vigo Rasmussen. So final tackle here. O'Hare back to McCartney. He puts it high. Coming down from very high up. It's Thomas Mendonca. Thomas Mendonca trying to get it down, but referee says held up. For the Panthers, living on a knife's edge at the moment.
He's held there. Clear him now.
Counting down 4.5 minutes remaining as Mason Remy
That's your second.
takes an extra couple of metres through the legs as they come near side to Yuan Parker.
He's held there.
Short ball to Lee, to Remy, finds Bradford in a hole. Good ball by Bradford to Mark Lee again. So good passing here by the Panthers.
Zero tackle.
Looking to
Hands
throw it
away.
around.
Held.
No regrets as they look to claw their way back. After being 14 points to nil down, it's Mason Remy who sets it up. They've got a tackle recount as well. They go short to Kennedy, who finds Bradford. Sean Bradford, he's been rolled onto his back. And they'll restart from 10 out. But the Panthers with a good opportunity here. Tackle 2 to Martin. He'll set it up in a good position.
Hands off.
Lee comes near side to Yuan Parker. Parker will be hard to take down, but again he is rolled onto his back. And so far this Rabbitohs defence is holding up. So final tackle as Almatangi takes it forward, but I'm not sure if he heard the call. It's going to be a handover to the Rabbitohs. Disappointing for the Panthers.
That's one. Move. He's held there.
They're coming down, 3 minutes remaining. Rasmussen makes a good charge up through the middle. Jinks away from the tackle of Butterfield. Taken down by Kennedy. The Rabbitohs decide to go right. They find Collins, who I think was tying up a shoelace. Gets up and takes the ball. Just outside the 20 here, the Rabbitohs. They come centre field again. Jordan Williams thinks he spots a hole, but it closes.
Held there.
It's Bradford who's onto him.
4. Move.
They go back to McCartney with the kicking duties tonight. McCartney's put it up, and Prakash has come down with it. And he's gone in for the third Rabbitohs try of the game. The new recruit from the Sea Eagles, Lennox Prakash, goes in for his first try of the competition. As Ryan slots it through the middle. 21 points to 6. Two minutes remaining in Game 3. Monday afternoon action.
1. Release.
Panthers needing a bit of a miracle
2.
to come back from this one.
He's held there.
They decide to go short side. They find Almatangi with a little bit of space to move.
3.
Taken down by the Rabbitohs skipper. As they sling it infield, Bradford finds himself in a hole again. Looking to get his arms free, but Remy's already overrun him. So final tackle here. They go back to Almatangi. Almatangi's kicked it in to Lachlan Martin, and Martin's not going to be able to get it away. And again, another disappointing end to the set for the Panthers.
Held. 1. Release. He's held there. Held. 2.
So up to the 40, it's the Rabbitohs to play the ball. Rasmussen through the middle. Good charging run by Vigo Rasmussen, timed it well,
Off him
and
now.
finds some
3.
tiring
Back with
Panthers
me.
defenders. Trudging backwards, they go backwards, inside to Moscow. Good run by the fullback.
4. Get back. Look
You can see him calling for it from metres out.
Up now.
The Rabbitohs set up 28 metres out, centre field, final tackle. Ryan's going to punch it down to the corner. And it's Almatangi to bring it back.
Right. He's tackled.
He's
right.
been wrapped up well in a good tackle. Flat to Bradford again. Sean Bradford finding
2. Hands away.
metres down the centre of the park. As the Panthers stay that far side. But again, it's the Rabbitohs defence that's holding out. As we approach full time.
That's tackle for, hands off.
It's Mason Reby to play the ball. And they punch it down for Jai Collins to bring it back. And don't tell me Jai Collins going to run the length of the field to score on full time. He's got Butterfield chasing, and Butterfield drags him down. And that will be full time here in Game 3 from GIO Stadium. The Rabbitohs running away with this one, 21 points to 6. Coming up next, it's the Cowboys taking on the Eels. Do not go anywhere. We are only halfway through this evening's action, and we look forward to some big games coming up soon, live here on SRL TV.
Oh no, George is driving. He's too wasted. I should say something, but I could look dumb in front of Monique. Bro, Monique says you're dumb, but if he crashes, I'll have to live with his family.
Puzzle time.
And if he dies, Ghost George will haunt me forever.
Grab a chip. Want a chip?
You know I can't grab your ghost chips. Go away.
Spoon.
Spacehead. Bro, Willie, what are you doing, bro?
Oh, I've been internalizing a really complicated situation in my head.
What are you on about?
I don't think you should drive.
Nah.
Nah, you're too drunk, bro. Just crash here.
Yes, crash here. Okay.
Stop a mate from driving drunk. Legend.
Back to back we go. Another SRL Nines pre-season game about to get underway. It's the Eels taking on the Cowboys. Pool B action. As Thomas Wallace and Jamal Kasakau lead out these two sides. What an opening we've seen to this SRL pre-season 9 so far. With the Seagulls, the Broncos and Raiders, Seagulls, Broncos and Rabbitohs, sorry, all notching opening round wins. While the Raiders, the Warriors and the Panthers looking to get their competition back underway later on tonight. But it's Jaden White from the Eels who gets things underway here in Game 4 of this Monday pre-season 9s action.
Here's tackle 1.
And it's an exciting prospect we have ahead of us. The Cowboys with a considerable amount of new players in their side. A new captain. Meanwhile, the Rabbitohs, the Eels,
That's 1. Move.
largely unchanged from season 1.
2. Hill.
We'll go through those two teams in a second as the Eels get some early territory after a Cowboys era. Inside the Cowboys 20 here, it's Jaden White. Again with his hands on the ball, just outside the Cowboys 10. Thomas Wallace to play dummy half, and Simons puts it on the toe. It has been picked up by Mobberston. And the big front rower makes no mistake and cleans it up for the Cowboys. They've thrown it away again though, as Thomas Wallace plucks it out of the air. So further pressure putting on the Cowboys early, As Simons
2 hands
almost
away.
makes his way through on the far sideline. As they come near side centre field, it's William Jones taken down by Declan Murphy
He's held there.
and Callum Irwin. But all the pressure early on in the opening couple of minutes
That's
being
number
applied
4,
by the
hands
Eels.
off.
So they're a couple of metres out, final tackle, just to the left of the uprights. They go back to Shelford. He puts in the kick again, but it's been picked up by
That's
Callum Irwin.
Move.
And the Cowboys survive. Have to say, 2 pretty average kicks so far by the Eels. A pretty average game so far by both teams. There's only one way up from here as the Cowboys look to seal things down. And it's Kawal who takes it forward. So it's Declan Murphy at dummy half. And they come out one to us. It's a Kasakau, the skipper. And then back to Kawal for the first kick for the Cowboys. So good news there as they force the ball down into the Parramatta half. As the Eels shift it, William Jones on the end of it.
Let him go.
Taken down by William Kay. Just short of the 40. As Settendag makes a good run through the middle. Cherry Evans playing at fullback for the Cowboys. Off-season trade from Manly, but it's Dan Mitchell goes straight through the middle. And for a bonus point try underneath the goalposts. And Parramatta score first to take an early 5-point lead. Kick to come, Dan Mitchell, winger of the season, season 1. So it's Jaden White with the kicking duties for the Eels. Makes no mistake, adds the extra 2. 7 points to 0. 3.5 minutes been. As the game gets back underway and Cherry Evans brings it back for the Cowboys. So the Cowboys line up Cherry Evans at fullback, Kurt Maul and Zach Smith on the wings, Will Kay, the new rookie, and Ryan Kawal in the halves. In the forward pack, it's Callum Irwin, Declan Murphy, Jamal Kasakau, the skipper, and Robbo Mobiston. And for the Eels, just quickly, Eli Barnes at fullback, Isaac Simons and Dan Mitchell on the wings. Halves duo of Jaden White and Dane Shelford, the 2 rookies. And in the forwards, William Jones, Thomas Wallace, Attila Settendag, and Tim James.
Get off him. That's
As we see James take it forward. The Eels hooker playing in the number 9 jersey
He's held there. 3
in this game.
back to 10.
I'm sure he'll be switching to the number 6 or the number 7 jersey come game 2. That's a good kick by Isaac Simons. Looking for the touchline. Cherry Evans does well to stay in field. And he brings it back.
Right, here's tackle 1.
And luckily for the Cowboys, that didn't find the sideline. It looked to be a possible 40-20, I think. Have to see a replay on that. Callum Irwin takes it forward for the Cowboys up over the halfway line.
Right, that's the 3rd.
They've made some good meters here so far as Kay goes inside.
He's held there. 4. Get back. Look at me.
Arguably the talk of the town, Will Kay, and a good pickup by the Cowboys.
Held.
And they're arguably starting their starting halves combination in this Nines competition, Will Kay and Ryan Kawal. And I'm looking forward to seeing how they perform.
1. Release. He's held there.
The Cowboys have given away possession again, and the Eels with some good territory.
That's his 2nd. Held.
It's Simons to play the ball. They come near side to White, and White tries to find, I think it was William Jones on the inside, but wasn't able to hold on to it. And the Cowboys come away with it. So Murphy restarts, and it's Kasaka. The Cowboys skipper to bring it forward. Hitting a good tackle by number 6 for the Eels. That's William Jones. Opportunity here for the Cowboys to strike back before half time as Mopperston decides to run it straight. Runs into Wallace. This time Kay, the rookie, follows suit, runs straight up through the middle. Murphy, this time to Cavall, looks to put the kick in. Referee says play on, and Mopperston's picked it up, but the referee does eventually bring it back. What's the call from the second referee? And I thought for a second it was play on, but it was a knock on from the kick. And the Eels, through Eli Barnes, bring it back almost to the halfway line. So still 7 points to nil here to the Eels. A Dan Mitchell try in the opening 3 minutes as they send it down to Kurt Moore. New recruit from the Rabbitohs, still got his Rabbitohs headgear. I'm sure he will get reminded of that by the Rabbitohs when they play each other tomorrow night. As they go through the middle, it's Kasaka who takes it after the restart. So still a minute remaining until half time. Probably the best attacking opportunity the Cowboys have had thus far. It's Kurt Moore just inside the Eels 20 on the near side. They've given it away again though. It's Declan Murphy who's tried to get the offload, and it was picked up by Thomas Wallace. So again, another unforced error there by the North Queensland side. As Jones shrugs off the first tackle, taken down halfway. So a pretty uneventful first half so far as we count down to half-time Oranges. And Shelford to put the kick in. He finds Zach Smith deep on the wing.
That's one. Move.
Again, more confusion at the play of the ball for the Cowboys. Mopperston to bring it forward as the siren sounds. 7 points to nil here to the Eels. Coaches will have plenty to say at half time. We'll join you back soon after this short break. Coaches and captains have had their chance to say a few words, and I was looking under the goalposts down the Cowboys into the field, and Jamal Kasaka along with Luke Malchus speaking to their team with a lot of heart and passion.
He's held there. One. Release.
Looking to lift the intensity in the second half as the Eels have the first chance with the football. It's Jaden White to play the ball. They come near side. They find a Telesettendag.
Hands away. He's held there.
Playing the ball just short of the halfway line. Shelford puts Tim James in a hole. Good run by the hooker comes second rower. Certainly playing like a second rower in this game. Yeah, it's White putting boots the ball, punching it down to the wing of Kurt Moore, who brings it just outside the Cowboys 20. So some sort of spark is needed by the Cowboys. We've seen some high-scoring games earlier this afternoon, and we've seen the Warriors and Broncos game, which was a 12 points to nil defense-a-thon. And this seems to be turning into one of those as Callum Irwin takes it forward hard into the line. Thomas Wallace stops him in his tracks. Will Kay decides to put the kick up, sends it high and across field to the wing of Dan Mitchell. Never a good thing to do. You'll learn fast not to do that. Dan Mitchell, very dangerous from kick returns as they go flat to Tim James. No one at home. Tim James shrugs off the first tackle, gets the offload to Jones, who in turn finds Shelford. But I thought James was away for a second there. Decided to give it to Jones. But I think he could have gone himself. Maybe even just picked up an extra 10 metres or so. But the Eels, inside the Cowboys 20, 5 metres to the left of the uprights. Final tackle back to Shelford, puts it high. I think he's put a little bit too deep on that one, finds a bit of grass, but Cherry Evans comes away with it. He's been trapped in his in goal. Decides to let it bounce, which is a bit of a mistake by the ex-Manly centre three-quarter. It's Eli Barnes to take it from the restart, gives it to William Jones, who sets it up centre field. So an opportunity here for the Eels to, in many respects, wrap it up as they go inside to Barnes. Covered well by Murphy. Cowboys starting to look a bit tired. Settendag takes it forward. Wrapped up by Mobiston, a good tackle. Again, good quick play the ball for the Eels. Mitchell dodges the first tackle of Kasaka. Inside the Cowboys 10, final tackle. They go back 2 to White. White puts it high, centre field, coming down for Cherry Evans. He makes no mistakes this time. And it's a restart out to the 20.
He's held there. Right, here's tackle 1.
So centre field, it's Kasaka. Gets the arms free, finds Cavale. Again, the Cowboys just looking to throw the ball around, and we've already seen 3 intercepts thrown in the first half. But they continue to play hot potato as Callum Irwin shrugs off the tackle of Tim James.
Get back, look at me.
Takes an extra 10 or so metres. And Cavale puts the ball on the toe, and he sends it to Isaac Simons, who's just slipped over as he tried to pivot before the touchline, but he's lost his footing and gone straight over the sideline. To the Cowboys, looking to strike first in the second half. They restart on the 10. They go centre field immediately. It's Kurt Maul. Not the biggest of wingers to take the first hit up, but all the same, brave at that as they go short side. Cut out past the Maul, who finds himself on the other side of the park. Murphy plays dummy half. Another cut-out ball. This time it's William Kay. Again, the Cowboys struggling to find any sort of punch in this Eels defence. This time they get to the kick, but it's Settendag who picks it up. Attila Settendag, no one in front of him. Will Kay's chasing, but Settendag looks to have enough speed. He goes over the 20 for the Eels. Attila Settendag goes in for the bonus try, and that's the Eels' second of the afternoon. Against the run of play, and it hasn't been the opening first game the Cowboys would have hoped for. 14 points to 0. Cowboys needing to score 3 times in the remaining 3.5 minutes as Cavale brings it back. And they decide to go straight the middle through Cherry Evans this time.
He's held there.
Wrapped up by William Jones, but it was a good quick play the ball at least. Another offload from Kasaka, finds Cavale, and he's been forced back in a shuddering tackle from Thomas Wallace. Smith decides to kick it this time. He's behind his 40, but he hasn't got the right angle. And Barnes is going to come across and sling it down this left-hand touchline, awfully close to the sideline, and he's been shunted over it. Couldn't see who the tackler was. It could have been William Kay. We'll have to wait and see, but a good kick all the same, and Barnes was just shepherded towards that left-hand touchline. No, it was Cherry Evans, in fact. So they restart centre field, and straight away Kurt Maul again takes the first hit up, and this time finds a little bit of space in between the two front rowers. Cavall sets it up 2 metres out, right out in front. They go flat to Kasakau, and the captain looks to have got over for the Cowboys' first try. They're celebrating. Referees awarded it. Cheerleaders like it as well. Cowboys are on the board. There's Wilkay, comes in and strikes it well. Adds the extra 2, 14 points to 6. Here in game 4. 2 minutes remaining. Cowboys needing to score at least twice. As Shelford brings it back. The difficult thing about the Nines is that the try scorer's kick. So the Cowboys will really have to force an error here or hope for a try from a kick return. Yeah, we all know how many of those we've seen over the last few months. So Settendag plays the ball. Barnes goes through the middle. Good run by Eli Barnes. Taken down by Murphy. Right on the Cowboys 10, centre field. They go back to Shelford. Shelford puts it high, a little bit too far. Cherry Evans has taken it. He's hitting a late tackle as well. As Kasaka was speaking to the referee about the tackle.
That's his second. Hill.
So up on the 30 for the Cowboys. Murphy sends it wide. They find Kasaka, who in turn finds Maul. And again, Maul's covered well by Barnes. And the Eels have played well tonight.
He's held there.
Their only game of the first night of SRL pre-season Nines action. Coming up after this, it's the Seagulls taking on the Broncos. And then the Warriors and the Raiders will wrap up things as we see Dan Mitchell making a good break up through the middle, but Cherry Evans had him covered. And this will probably be the final play of the game. As the siren sounds and the Eels grab the 2 points, 14 points to 6. A win early. And they're off to the best possible start. Cowboys, meanwhile, well, they will regroup and look to their second game, which is tomorrow night against the Panthers. Meanwhile, we hope you join us soon. More SRL action coming up straight after the break. Game 5 SRL pre-season action. It's the Nines here from GIO Stadium. Broncos coming off a good 12 points to 0 win against the Warriors earlier on this afternoon. Meanwhile, it's Kane Chapman-Kenny and the Manly Seagulls coming off a 38 points to 2 hiding of the Canberra Raiders in Game 1, who are doing battle tonight. The penultimate game of the evening. It's Manly taking on Brisbane in what is set to be a massive clash in Pool A. Chapman-Kenny taking on Veretto. It's the battle of the tall men. As Levi Raymond has the ball on the tee. It's the Broncos in yellow, about to get things underway. Game 5 action. And we are good to go here on SRL TV. And it's Daniel Punch who takes it up for the first hit up of the game. So as I mentioned, Manly starting in the best possible fashion. Game 1 versus the Raiders, 38 points to 2. They haven't started this game in the best possible fashion, giving away possession on the first tackle, or the second tackle of the game, as Hastings, Big David, the Englishman, up through the middle, just short of the Seagulls 10. The Broncos hot on attack in the opening minute. Inside the Seagulls 10, final tackle. They're going to go back to Gronk. He puts it on the toe. Akarangi's there though, and it's a missed opportunity for the Broncos. There's Akarangi. Brings it out, breaks the tackle of Ellison, who comes back and grabs him a second time. Crutcher goes back to Lewis, who wasn't really expecting that one. I think Chapman-Kenny was calling for it from the left. He gets it this time, Chapman-Kenny. Breaks the tackle of Connor Sanderson. Up over the halfway line here for the Seagulls as they go flat to Such, who in turn finds Harris. Good run by Matthew Harris. The vice skipper again shrugs off a Broncos tackler. So good set by the Seagulls. They've gone 80 metres or so, and they've forced Sanderson backwards in a good tackle. So game 2 for both of these sides, coming off good wins in round 1.
He's held there. Let him go. Held 2.
Obviously round 1 teams with 2 games tonight, only 1 game tomorrow night, so a big night for these Pool A teams as the Broncos hand over possession. It's Sam Herbin, 28 metres out, centre field as they go short to Lewis. And Chapman-Kenny's been taken out in a big tackle. Looked to be possibly Justin Plays, who put a shoulder on him. Didn't have the ball. Referee says play on. It's Isaac Such. Sets it up 12 metres out. They go far side. It's Crutcher. He's met in a big tackle by Gronk. No way through for the little hooker. Obviously Ash Crutcher off to the Rabbitohs for season 2 as Veretto picks it up well. Brings it out just beyond the 20. Ash Crutcher transferring to the Rabbitohs last week. A late off-season trade for the Seagulls, with Levi Sayer making his way to Manly to replace Ash Crutcher. As Ellison makes a good burst up through the middle, plays, goes inside to Cooper Gronk, and Gronk's taken down. Then a good tackle just outside the Manly 20. Final tackle, they punch it down to the wing of Michael Crimp, who scored the first try in the SRL Nines earlier on today. And now we'll be looking to Michael to Crimp for some more action. The experienced winger ready for season 2 starting next weekend As Lewis goes through the middle.
He's held there. 3.
If you haven't signed up for Season 2 yet, now is the time to be the player.
Move.
Head to the Discord now and register your interest. All the teams are full, but the waiting list is growing by the day as Connor Sanderson almost gets away from Sam Herbin, the ex-Melbourne Storm skipper, up to the task as they go short to Hastings. He plays the ball on the halfway line. They sling it wide near side
He's held there. 3.
to Jordan Ford, the ex-Warrior. So early pressure coming from the Broncos, you'd have to say, as Ellison
4. Get back.
gets the offload from plays, gets the arms free. Good support from Jackson Ellison. Final tackle, Raymond's going to put it high again. Herbin's waiting for it, they let it bounce. And he's been trapped in goal here, Sam Herbin. And that's a mistake from the little fullback. Possibly lost sight of the ball in the floodlights. It is one of the problems here at GIO Stadium as Raymond throws the dummy.
He's held there. 1. Release.
And Crimp fell for it. So a great opportunity here for the Broncos as Hastings goes through the middle. Shrugs off Crutcher, goes through Herbin, eventually rolled onto his back. Just in time as well. So they'll restart on 10, the Broncos. They sling it wide early. Cooper Gronk grabs it and Gronk goes close, reaching out for the line, but decides against the double movement. This time they go to Sanderson, and Connor Sanderson, he's too powerful, he's too big. That's Connor Sanderson, what do you expect? He goes over for the first try of the game. As Raymond makes no mistake, the veteran adds the extra 2. We've talked about it already, but Connor Sanderson, what a pickup for the Broncos in the off-season. Falling out of favour at the Eels. Unable to retain his fullback position and asking for an early release from his contract, and the Broncos obviously looking for a fullback. They haven't really had a consistent fullback throughout the SRL, as they had Pete Barretto, Mark Iron, Sam Hodgson, all filling in at that fullback spot. So it's probably the one position the Broncos have been struggling with over the past few months. And with Connor Sanderson, you'd have to say that they've found a solution. But the flip side of that is Sanderson didn't have the best of seasons. Obviously, his pre-season was a highlights reel by itself, but season 1 wasn't as favourable, as we see him make a nice little dancing break through the defence, met by Herbin just outside the 20. So another good opportunity here for the Broncos just before half-time as they set it up. Final tackle, it's Atchison to Ellison, puts it on the toe. Good kick by Ellison. It's picked up by Akarangi though. I thought for a moment that Plays was going to get in there and just stifle the Akarangi take, but Akarangi was up to the charge. So they play the ball on the 30 here, the Seagulls. Skipper's had a quiet game so far. Haven't seen too much of Kane Chapman-Key at the moment. He's hanging down on the near touchline. It's Such who puts the kick down to the wing of Gronk. And he's met in a good tackle at Such, along with Crimp. So counting down towards half-time here again. It's another low-scoring affair as the Broncos hold a 6-0 lead. Ellison makes a good break up through the middle.
Back with me.
But that will be half-time here in Game 5 at GIO Stadium. The Broncos up at half-time. 6 points to 0. See you back soon. Floodlights are on. The crowd is jumping in their seats. It's party time here at GIO Stadium. SRL pre-season Nines action. Game 5 as Manly get the second half underway. It's the Broncos with a slim 6 points to 0 lead.
Get up.
And it's Jackson Ellison to take the first hit up of the second half.
That's your second. He's held there.
Another pretty quiet first half from both sides. We haven't seen too many upsets tonight or today, with the Seagulls taking out the Raiders in Game 1, the Broncos taking out the Warriors Game 2, Rabbitohs beating the Panthers in Game 3, and the Eels coming up trumps against the Cowboys a few minutes ago.
That's one. Move.
There's the Seagulls go centre field to Ash Crutcher.
Held. 2.
Taken down, a good tackle by Hastings. They go near side, they've turned it over. A mix-up between
He's held there. 0 tackle.
Kyle Lewis, I think it was. I'm not sure if it was a knock-on or if it's just come off the shoulder.
Right. Here's tackle 1.
It doesn't really matter. The Broncos deep into enemy territory here as Ellison takes it forward.
Hands away.
Only 5 metres out, right out in front. Atchison decides to go left to Jordan Ford.
Hands away.
He's hard to take down, but he's wrapped up well. They go left again, this time Hastings. He's forced back in a powerful tackle
Up now.
by Albiakarangi. He gets up slowly, David Hastings. He looks to be a little bit hurt. It's Raymond. Decides to put it high. It's been taken down by Sam Herbin.
Release.
Herbin jumping. Out jumping Jackson Ellison. And what is a bit of a... I suppose Ellison's not the biggest prop, but he's certainly the most agile.
Held. 3. Back with me.
So it's Akarangi who sets it up, plays the ball for the Seagulls, and they give it to Daniel Punch on this near side.
That's tackle 4. Hands
The Seagulls really struggling to make any inroads in Game 2. Quite the contrary to their opening win against the Raiders. 38 points to 2 as Pete Veretto, the skipper, brings it back for the Broncos, and they go straight back deep into Manly territory. So relentless attack from the Brisbane side.
He's held there. Let him go. 2.
Ford plays it. It comes through the hands.
Held. He's held. 3.
Finishes up with Levi Raymond. He plays the ball a couple of metres out to Ford. Ford, another good charging run towards the line. It's Akarangi who stops him again. So 1 metre out. Back to Plays. Plays puts it on the toe, but it's been picked up by Matthew Harris.
That's 1. Move.
Straight into the bread basket. And no trouble there for the vice skippers. They go flat to Daniel Punch. He sliced his way through a hole.
He's held there.
Wrapped up, but not before he makes a good 10 to 15 metres. This time it's Herbin. Herbin's fast. He's a jet. He goes through the gap, evades the tackle of Veretto. Just short of the Broncos 20, so the Seagulls
That's tackle 4. Hands off. He's
looking to
held
put
there.
some pressure onto Brisbane as they find themselves in the final tackle, and Chapman Kenny puts it high. He hasn't got much territory, and in fact Sanderson's come down with it
Release.
with no one in front of him, and he'll play the ball on the 20.
2. On the keep going. Held.
So 4.5 minutes remaining as Pete Veretto takes it up over the halfway line. The Broncos still holding a 6 points to 0 lead. Final tackle for the Broncos here. Centre field, 25 out. They play the ball and Raymond just punches it flat down to Michael Crimp on the wing. He's been forced into touch. Pete Barretto just chucks the shoulder at him and it connects. And Crimp's been forced. And the Broncos will get to play the ball again, deep into Manly territory. Not sure what he was thinking. Pete Barretto, possibly the largest fullback rugby league has ever seen. There's no way Michael Crimp was going to around him, but back here in action, it's the Broncos looking to put the nail in the coffin, yet to concede a try as they go flat to Sanderson. Matthew Harris complaining for a forward pass. Referee says play on.
Get back, look at me.
Couple of metres out, 5 out from the left hand goalpost. Final tackle. Plays is going to put it up. No, he isn't. He's been wrapped up in a good tackle by Ash Crutcher. And that's going to let the Seagulls off the hook.
One, release. He's held there. That's your second.
Still plenty of time remaining in this one. Only 6 points the difference, but Manly haven't seemed to have had any real attacking flair in this game. And we saw from the Broncos' first game against the Warriors, just unwavering defence, intimidating defence. And you know the Warriors' pack is large. But Brisbane look to be concentrating and working well on their defensive patterns as they bring it up through Levi Raymond. Short side goes Justin Plays, and he's got a penalty here, the Broncos. Holding down too long on the tackle. And frustration starting to creep in. Still 2 minutes remaining. Anything can happen in those 2 minutes, but they're at the wrong end of the field. The Seagulls, as the Broncos continue to try and put the nail in the coffin. They do look to have all the control in this game. Manly don't look like scoring as Ford goes through the middle, finds Gronk, but he's managed well by Matthew Harris. Blaze puts it high on the final tackle. Waiting for us, David Hastings. David Hastings comes away with it. Hastings is going to be hard to stop. And Hastings goes over for the try for the Broncos. That will seal the deal. And the big front rower plucked it high from the skies as Raymond's conversion is unsuccessful. 10 points to 0. David Hastings showing tremendous aerial skills. As Kyle Lewis brings it back for the Seagulls. 30 seconds remaining in this one. The Broncos will head into day 2 unbeaten and at the top of Pool A. The Broncos will play the Raiders tomorrow, while the Seagulls take on the Warriors, who are up next against the Raiders. In Pool A as the Seagulls give it away again, and that's just typical of this game for the Seagulls. It hasn't been They're 18 minutes and the Broncos take this one out 10 points to 0. Game 5 is done and dusted. We have one more game remaining this evening. It's the Warriors and the Raiders coming up next. Stay tuned for further SRL action.
Me, get delivery like a G.
See, hungry dog gotta eat. I gets mine every day, every week.
Chicken wings to the crib, I'm sitting.
Tacos to the chateau, please.
Did somebody say?
Shrimp on the barbie and we extra fried. Sausage sizzle in the hizzle and a hot meat pie. MENULOG.
Menu log.
Welcome back to GIO Stadium for the final game of the night. It's the Raiders, the home team, taking on the Warriors. Both sides without a win or losing their first game, round 1. Chance Bunce playing in the halves for the Warriors in this SRL Preseason Nines competition, and the captain, meanwhile Mark Iron, obviously the captain for the Raiders. But both teams, do or die fixture coming up. Lose and you are gone. It's Hayden Yates with the ball on the tee, about to get underway. It's the Raiders taking on the Warriors, Game 6. SRL Pre-Seasons Nines. And Joshua Sularuka takes it forward, and Daniel Ingo with the second hit up. Gets the offload back to Sularuka. Warriors up to the halfway line already. So both sides disappointed in their opening fixtures earlier today. Obviously the Raiders going down heavily, 38 points to 2 to the Seagulls, who, as we just saw, went down to the Broncos. The Broncos also beating the Warriors 12 points to 0. So for the Warriors, Jackson Cutler, Jay Ems and Damien Moana are the back three. Chance Bunsen to Tyler Maxwell in the middle. And then the forwards are Joshua Sularuka, Patrick Corcoran, David Barner and Daniel Ingo. For the Raiders, Mark Iron, Tyler Weston, Joseph Black, Jack O'Neill and Hayden Yates in the middle. And Samuel Robinson, Stace DePace, Samuel Lillard and Tarangaho Fe'u are your starting 9 for the Raiders. So both sides getting through their opening set with no problems. It's the Warriors who are up to the halfway line, and David Barner juggles the ball for a moment and he's been forced towards the touchline, and it's good defence by Jack O'Neill and Mark Iron. And that's an unforced area, you'd have to say, by David Barner, who just seemed to juggle the ball for a moment and sort of lost his bearings. And we're back on the halfway line as Lillard goes through the middle. This young rookie prop, possibly one of the largest props we have in the game, along with Luke Short, as the Raiders have given the ball away here. Samuel Lillard will be a player to watch this season as Cutler Evades the first tackle. It takes 3 men to take him down. Robinson and O'Neill. This time it's Barnard through the middle, looking to make up for his earlier error. Meanwhile, the Warriors,
He's held there. That's tackle 4, hands off.
with an exciting bunch of rookies recruited in the off-season. None more so than Damien Moana.
1, release, held, let him go.
Who impressed during the rookie trials. And it will be exciting to see how he
That's your
progresses over the coming weeks and months.
3, hands away.
As we see Moana make a good tackle on Tyler Weston. Robinson goes through the middle, gets the offload to Hayden Yates. Good hands by the veteran, 5'8", Hayden Yates. The first player signed to the SRL 6 months ago, played for the Eels and was traded
Right, here's tackle 1.
in the off-season. Interesting trade by the Eels. If you actually look at that Eels halves, they don't have any regular halves existing from season 1. And Hayden Yates was a big loss for them. As the Warriors through Suliruka go up through the middle, he's hard to take down. He's up to the 10. The Raiders 10 here, Suliruka. As Corcoran goes flat to David Barner. He's always going to charge towards the line. So the Warriors with the first real attacking opportunity in this game as Maxwell is going to put it high. It's a great kick by Tataita Maxwell, but it's taken down by Tyler Weston. And the Raiders defuse that one and are going to get out of jail.
2, hands away. He's held
Out to the 30 comes the skipper. Flat to Yates.
3, move.
So Hayden Yates and Jack O'Neill. Jack O'Neill's the other player to keep an eye on. Traded to the Raiders in the off-season as well. The Raiders have picked up 2 veteran halves
Release. He's held there.
for the season ahead. Now they've also picked up Bo Sadler from the Broncos, Raul Caval from the Rabbitohs. So they've got and obviously Tarangaho Fe'u who's playing today from the Storm. So they've got a good spine, an experienced spine. The Raiders, all about how they work with their rookies.
Held there. 3.
They'll be looking to Joseph Black and Tyler Weston. Stace to Pace will be heavily involved this season. So the Warriors finding a bit of territory here though, finding some way around the Raiders. We noticed that the Raiders did tire early in their first game against the Seagulls as Eames decides to put a kick in. It's a good kick by Jay Eames. It's set up for Mark Iron and he's been forced to run over the back of the in goal. Restarted from a line dropout. It's a good kick by Iron. He's found a little bit of territory. Bunce is going to hand it off to Suliruka and he's been forced back in a good tackle.
He's held there.
So a good opportunity there and Jay Eames putting in a nice little kick pressuring Mark Iron. Didn't really have any chases.
3, back with me.
That was the only downside, but good kick all the same. As Moana plays the ball, the Warriors come back centre field through Ingo.
4.
Just short of the Raiders 20. Final tackle as Corcoran goes back to Maxwell, puts it high. Not a great kick by Tataita Maxwell. Only picks up 10 or so metres and it's been brought down by Weston. And he evades the first couple of tackles and makes it out to the 30. But they've knocked it on here to the Raiders. Well, Tarangaho Fe'u looking to run the dummy run. Wasn't expecting the ball and that puts the Warriors in good territory as Eames plays the ball. They go short to Maxwell. Maxwell finds Ingo flat. Daniel Ingo will be hard to stop and he goes down right under the post for a bonus point try. So the Warriors strike first and it's through Daniel Ingo. Had a great second half of the season for the Warriors. Scored a brace of tries in the last couple of games. And it'll be Chance Bunce to add the extra 2. Shouldn't have any issues. He sends it high, deep into the crowd. The Warriors out to a 7-0 lead. Back underway, and it's Hayden Yates who brings it back for the Raiders, brings it back into contact. There's Damien Moana who meets him front on. Up to just short of the halfway line. Samuel Robinson to play the ball. They go right. They find Fe'u. He's hit hard by Sularuka and Bana. Fancy the Warriors. 2 ex-NRL superstars in their SRL team. What a confidence builder that will be as Damien Moana goes down the sideline, gets hit in a high tackle by Mark Iron, and he's given away a penalty. So a silly mistake by the Raiders skipper. Sees the Warriors take it forward an extra 10 metres. Didn't pick up as much metres from the kick as I would have expected. But they will be deep into Raiders territory come the end of the set as Corcoran gets a good ball on the inside. As the siren sounds, to Titan Maxwell's tied down with it. And the Warriors taking a healthy 7-0 lead into the sheds. And we will be back with the final 9 minutes of this opening day's play. Back live with Chance Bunce and the Warriors holding a 7-0 lead here at half time. It's the Raiders needing to strike back to keep their finals hopes alive as we head into day 2 tomorrow night. But the second half is underway and Samuel Robinson brings it back for the first hit up just outside the Raiders 20. As Yates finds some metres up through the middle. Good start to the set from the Raiders, and they've got themselves a penalty as well. Should be able to put this down to around about the Warriors 20. And a fantastic attacking opportunity to start the second half. So they send it in field to their big man, Samuel Lillard, to play the ball 22 metres out. Wide they go. They find Joseph Black on the end of it. The winger making his way infield. Back to O'Neill. Wasn't expecting it on the back foot. Still inside the 20 here, the Raiders. Cut out ball. They go flat to Lillard again. The front rower looking to punch his way through some tiring Warriors defence. O'Neill, he's going to go high early, puts it up and Cutler's come down with it. A good take by Jackson Cutler.
Let him go.
A quiet game so far for the rookie fullback, but he asserts his dominance.
That's his second.
And the Warriors look to fend their way out of their own half.
He's held. 3. Held.
As they come back centre field, Corcoran, hot potato passing, finds himself on the end of it. Inside the Raiders half they go. Final tackle, it's Maxwell to Taita, who sends it down to Joseph Black.
Get up.
Flat to Iron. Iron spots the gap and takes it. Good run by the skipper, but he's been forced back, and a good tackle by Jackson Cutler. A driving tackle forces the Raiders skipper onto his back, and they get a slow play the ball, allowing the Warriors defensive line to regroup and get back.
Let's tackle 4, hands off. Hill, clear him now.
So Lillard gets up a little bit gingerly, plays the ball for the Raiders. Final tackle. We'll keep an eye on Lillard, but Moana's going to bring it back, and he's an excitement machine, Damien Moana, and you can just see the talent that he possesses. As does Suliruka, who bumps off the first one and gets the offload to Ems. Push back, but they're inside the Raiders' half. They come near side again. Cutler makes his way through.
He's held there. Up now.
Met by his opposite, Mark Iron. And Iron's given away another penalty here. And it looks like Bunce has decided to go for the extra 2. So a difficult conversion. Bunce puts it forward. It looks to be good. It's got the distance. And the Warriors pick up the penalty and take it out to a 9-point ball game. As we get back underway, and Mark Iron
Release. Hill, let him go. Let him go.
will be disappointed. 2 penalties is given away.
2, hands away. He's held there. Let him go.
Not the sort of thing you can afford to do in a Nines match. As they go inside
3.
through Fe'u, finds the skipper. Looking to ignite something from the back. As Yates decides to kick on the 3rd. It's a sort of a crossfield kick. The Chasers went in and and grabs a couple of extra metres. On the far side, Ems plays dummy half, goes flat to Maxwell. Spots a gap. It closes quickly. It's Fe'u along with O'Neill. And they decide to go short side. Numbers out there if they needed it, but as they go short, and the Warriors have knocked it on or thrown it forward, something. The Raiders coming away with it here.
That's 1. Move.
So 20 metres out, the Raiders. Out to Lillard. Again, hard to stop. He's going to be a threat. Samuel Lillard this season as Yates goes out to Robinson. He'll be hard to stop from the line, but Corcoran's up to the task as well. They come left side. Out to Lillard again. And Samuel Lillard does go over. And the Raiders score their first try of the competition. Conversion attempt comes in and it's unsuccessful. Yates has just pulled it to the left. So it remains a 5-point ball game. Little over 3 minutes remaining.
1. Release. Hill.
So it's the Warriors' chance to get down the other end of the field, and Ems on the far touch line. This time it's Suliruka.
3 hands away.
Takes a bit of a gap. Taken down by Stace to Pace. Pace has had a quiet game so far. Haven't really heard his name mentioned that much at all as Ems puts the kick in. It's picked up by Black and then followed up by Ems. Good kick and tackle by the young winger.
That's his second.
The crowd starting to find their voice, trying to lift their side as they realise that the game, the competition is on the line for their team. Counting down, 2 minutes remaining.
He's held there. 4. Move.
Plenty of time for both sides as Weston sends it down deep. It's J. Ems who's going to bring it back.
Right, he's tackle 1. Hill.
So the Raiders looking to force a mistake and go 50 metres. But it's Cutler who just weaves his way through. Gets the offload. The Raiders calling for a forward pass. It looked like it could possibly been.
3, back to 10.
Wasn't called by the referee, and things continue. It's Moana who gets a short ball from Suliruka. So the Warriors' final tackle. The Raiders looking for the kick return, and it's Bunce who just runs it straight into the defensive line. And the Warriors skipper maybe decides that rather than kicking it into the corners and risking a kick return try, that he would just take it up, take the tackle, and work hard on defence. What an intelligent play by the SRL's best fullback. We will see if it pays off as the Raiders make their way up to the Warriors 40. They'll be forced to kick, and it's Yates who sends it down to Moana. A sprawling tackle from Tyler Weston, and unsuccessful.
2 hands away. Held.
But that could have been the final chance for the Raiders, as the Warriors just look to keep ball in hand.
Captain, I want you to calm your players down.
And another penalty given away here. Sinbin warning issued by the referee, but it won't really matter. Time is up on the clock, and the Warriors win this one 9 points to 4 and keep their finals hopes alive, while the Raiders will finish the competition tomorrow. We hope you enjoyed this opening day and night's coverage, the SRL Pre-Seasons Nines, and we hope you joined us tomorrow night for day 2. We'll see you there.